what's up guys, it's Spectrum back with a brand new video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Piccolo action figure. So let's get started, look at the packaging here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Let's just lay Piccolo down. Right there you have a really nice product shot of Piccolo, looking very cool. Funimation, Toei Animation, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations Bandai, Piccolo the Proud Namekian right there as you can see. Same thing on the side right here and at the very bottom. On the side you got a bunch of nice product shots. You got his hand, his angry face, and his stoic face. On the top you have his special beam cannon pose looking really cool. On the bottom you have another stoic pose right there, Piccolo the Proud Namekian once again. On the back you have a bunch of nice product shots. Somewhere in here it says Spectrum Reviews is awesome. And yeah, that's about it for the packaging. So let's get into Piccolo. Alrighty then, I gotta say man, like just right out of the box, I really think this guy looks really freaking cool. I love this figure 100%. I love the aesthetics, I love the way it looks. I don't even really have an issue like with the red lip thing that's going on. Like, yeah, I mean, there may have been better design choices out there, but to be fair, it does give him a little bit more depth in terms of like his facial features and stuff like that, and most of the time you're not really even going to notice that anyway. Like, so take a look, you know, like you pose him right there, right, and that's probably about the distance that you're going to have him away from your face depending on how your, you know, shelves are arranged and stuff like that, and you can't even see it. But yeah, so dude, this thing is freaking awesome. I love the way his cape looks. I like the shading and stuff like that. There's a little bit of shading at the bottom. This piece is a more rubbery plastic and this is a hard shell plastic, so be careful with that. Definitely be careful when you're posing this guy and stuff like that and displaying him, because you can probably have a break in terms of this and in terms of his you know, antennae, and we'll get more into that when we get into the accessories portion. So that's why I don't really display my figures more than 2 feet above the ground at any given time if I can help it. You know, just because figures fall. It happens. But aside from that, I don't think there's really any shading on the actual figure. I know his heads have a lot of shading, and let me see here. Does his actual face? They have a lot of greenwash on the head and stuff like that. There might be some on this one. I'm not sure. Trying to get a better look at that, but his ear is nice and detailed. You have some really nice sculpt work all over the figure and stuff. And yeah, he looks really good in my opinion. Sorry, I didn't have that focus there for you. Let's see here. So his turban has a lot of whitewash and, you know, some shading and stuff like that, and it looking really cool. Let's go ahead and get him sort of situated here, and we'll show him off when he's just in his normal, I suppose, like ready to fight sort of look. Alright, here we are. This is what he looks like without all of his weighted clothing and stuff like that on him, and I gotta say he looks pretty freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy that my copy doesn't really have a lot of that that like really glossy look to it. It's more in between like a matte and a gloss finish, kind of like my Jiren, which I do like that a lot, but I think the matte finish looks better on this guy versus on my Jiren personally. The suppressed Jiren, by the way, not the final battle Jiren. But yeah, so a quick little 360 for you right there, looking at the back and stuff. Yeah, I do like the way that this guy looks a lot. So yeah, enough with all that. You guys know what time it is! Size comparison times comments. Here we have the Dragon Ball Z Piccolo compared to the SH Figuarts Saiyan Race on Earth Goku action figure. Here we have next to the SH Figuarts Resurrection of F Frieza action figure. And we could definitely use a second form Frieza to go with this Piccolo. No? Just me? Okay. Here we have next to the Dragon Stars Cell, and again, we need a second form Cell, don't you think? No? Just me? Okay. Here we have him next to the SH Figuarts Jiren, the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and last but certainly not least, here we have next to the SH Figuarts Gogeta. Alrighty then, it's time to go over the accessories here, and yeah, this guy has quite a bit of accessories and we'll get into it. But the very first thing that I would like to show off to you guys is, of course, the cape and everything and how this works. So, obviously you have to pull the head off right here, which it's a very easy thing to do. You just take this part, you pop this off, obviously, and it's the exact same thing for putting it back on as well. You know, you want to make sure that the head is off before you put this back on, you know, etc., etc. And then you go to the back. Obviously, this pegs in via a single peg right there, as you can see. Let's go ahead and gently pull that out right there. Just knock the camera back just a bit. And he does come with a panel to cover this little assortment of holes right there. So there's this. So you just go ahead and peg this on just like so. And in order to take this off, you can either sort of bring your nail underneath this part of the panel, or you can bring it well, really, I think that might be the only place that you can really, I don't know, because earlier I did do it from under here, but yeah, I think this is the best place to go ahead and remove the panel from, you know. So yeah, that's how that works. And then of course these cross arms and all that good stuff. Let's take a closer look at those real quick. Looking really nicely detailed. I do like the paint on those quite a bit. I like the sculpt work that's going on, especially in the elbows and stuff. Definitely a really, really nice piece. So, you know, you just go ahead and gently pull from the shoulder, just like so, and that'll come off just like that. Come on this side, do the exact same thing. It'll come off just like so. And yeah. And then to put it on, you sort of want to just push it in just like that. You don't really want to push this into it because this piece does slide off. You know, the shoulder piece does slide off of the actual joint. So again, you just sort of want to, let me see here. Sort of want to just push it on just like that. So yeah, that's how that works right there. Give me 1 second. And while we are here, he does have his severed arm piece. Take a look at that real quick before we actually put it on him. Looking really, really nice. I do like the way this thing looks quite a bit. I love the little severed piece right there as well. And it goes on his left arm, but you can put it on either arm if you so wish. It's supposed to replicate that scene where he uses his special beam cannon on Raditz and Goku, if you did not know, which I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here, let's get his arm up in here. There we go. Pop that on. Pop his wrist off. Here's his special beam cannon hand right there. Looking really, really cool. Do like that a lot. And of course, you know, you can have him doing a special beam cannon charge up pose. Let's grab his other head here. Very nicely detailed indeed. I like the green wash all over the actual head and the sculpt work and stuff like that on it. Let's go ahead and pop that baby on just like so. And then, yeah, there you go, special beam cannon. All right, let's show off the rest of his accessories because there is quite a few more. Let's see. He has his angry face here. I do love this face quite a bit. I love the way this looks. I love the way it's painted and sculpted. It looks just amazing in my opinion. Love the veins and all that stuff. His stoic face, of course, we saw this earlier. Nothing too special about it. Looks like Piccolo to me. I know it sort of also does look like Nail, but I don't know. To me, it looks more like Piccolo, and I don't really have a big issue with it. But to each their own, you know. Here are his Key Blast hands, looking really, really nice. See the other hand right there. Here are his charge up hands, or I forgot the move. I'm gonna have to go back and play Xenoverse again. But yeah, these look really, really nice as well. Let's go ahead and try to get that focused for you. Love the way these look. Absolutely phenomenal. And I believe that's actually it. Yeah, we already showed off this and the cape and stuff like that. A bunch of, you know, shader detail and stuff. All right, give me 1 second. All right, there are a couple more pieces that I would like to show off, and we will wrap up the accessories section after this. These plug into a Tamashi stand just like so, and they're supposed to have Goku. Piccolo levitates in a meditating pose. So give me just 1 second to situate that. Almost forgot to show off how to swap out the faces between the two turban faces. So you just plop it on there just like that. And to pull it out, you sort of just work your way around it from the back. Maybe around the front first if you want to kind of get your nail in there. It can be quite tricky. So we're almost there. Come on. This is a real pain in the behind, man. But yeah, and that's how that works. Okay, so I realized something. So this piece, the one that has the tabs sort of more toward the middle, this piece is for when he's not wearing his cape and stuff like that. So that's what this is for. So I'll just go ahead and show off why I think this. So let's get that focus, obviously. Then you can plug in the cape, but you can't have it laying flat. You can only have it sort of jutting out like this. If they'll even go in there. Come on. What the heck? There we go. Because as you can see, you know, that's stopping that from articulating downward. But if you bring this piece in, right? Get this off, obviously. Grab this one, like that, in just like that, right? You can grab the cape, and you can articulate it downward to, yeah, look like that. And, let's see here. You can just peg him right on the stand, just like that. And there you go, that works out pretty nicely in my opinion. Give me 1 second. And yeah, that is, finally, that's it for accessories. Alrighty then. Articulation times, head to toe, here we go, from the head down. Alright, Piccolo can look up that far, which honestly, that's pretty good. I like that. He can look down that far. He can do a side-to-side pivot with his neck and with his ball hinge on his head, just like so. Obviously can do a full 360 in terms of his head articulation. Okay. His neck is on a ball joint, but it is very, very tight, but it does have a decent range of motion, as you can see right there. Sorters can do a full 360 as well, but I would watch the paint rub on the pink on the shoulders as you articulate. His butterfly joints, so you know his arms can go out that far, and they are green, by the way. His shoulders can go out that far, can go in that far. Upper bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, which bend in. Is that? Yeah, that's the farthest they can go. Wrists are on ball hinges, so you know however you have them configured is how they're going to articulate. As for the abdominal section, he does pull apart just a bit. And he can crunch forward that far at both points, crunch back that far at both points, which is actually pretty good. You get a decent bit of side-to-side motion in there, and he can obviously rotate at both points as well. He can kick forward that far, kick back that far. He can do the full-on splits. Up at that rotation, double jointed knees, feet are on double ball joints, so they can articulate just like so, however you want to. You know, they can rotate whatever, what have you. They have ankle pivot, and they have toe articulation as well. Final thoughts, comments, and concerns about this figure. Final thoughts, I love this figure, man. I think this is a great representation of Piccolo from the anime. I love his posability. I love his sculpt work. I love how they translated him from 2D to 3D in figure form. I think this is one of my favorite figure arts that I own, honestly, and I think he's one of the top 5 figure arts that I own as well. Final verdict is going to be a full 9 out of 10. I would give him a full 10, if not for... let's see here. What do I have an issue with? I don't really have an issue with much of anything on this guy. But the cape could have been a sort of softer plastic, or it could have just been a cloth material. But aside from that, I love this figure. I love his... this thing is awesome. If you can find him, which obviously is pretty common for right now, definitely pick him up, especially if you're a Piccolo fan. Anyway, that's about it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. My Facebook link will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Spectrum.reviews, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!